Check, check, 1 2, check 1 2. Hello, everyone, and hopefully you all had a great holiday break, and welcome to 2023 here in the Convocation Center for today's PSAC-WEST matchup between the Clarion Golden Eagles and the California Vulcans. My name is Jonathan Saban. I'll be here to take you through today's action today. Coming into this game, both teams coming off of some interesting games. The Vulcans with a 1-point win over Kutztown right before the new year. A very tough game in that one. We'll talk about that a little bit. Raja Feng able to get a double-double in that game, 11 points, 10 rebounds for her. And Talia Gilliard able to match her career high with 12 points in that game as well. And then moving on to the Clarion game, they faced off in their last game against Shippensburg. It was a 64-44 loss, unfortunately for them. Sierra Bermuda is able to finish that game with 11 points and 2 rebounds, and Jada Smith able to get 9 points, 12 rebounds, and an assist in that game. Moving on to the starting lineups for both teams in this game, starting off with your home Vulcans, the same starting lineup we have seen all season so far. Starting for them will be number 2, Sierra Lloyd, the senior guard. Number 5, Hallie Harrington, the junior guard. Number 22, Jordan Smith, the junior guard. Number 23, Alicia Harris, the sophomore forward, and then the senior forward, number 33, Raja Fink, will round out the starting lineup for the Vulcans. And then going to the Golden Eagles, starting for them, it'll be the same lineup that they fielded last game against Shippensburg. It'll be number 0, Sierra Bermudez, number 1, Jada Smith, number 15, Charjay Brock, and number 23, Olivia Box, and number 25, Ava Haddad will round out the starting lineup for the Golden Eagles. And the Golden Eagles coming into this one on a bit of a losing streak coming into this game. Have not won an away game all season coming into this game, so looking to win their first away game. And the Vulcans have won their last 12 games here at the Convo Center, including all four that they've played so far here this season. And Clarion has not won a game here in over 20 years, so California looking to continue that streak. The Vulcans coming out to center court wearing the red and white. Clarion wearing the blue and white. California will be going from left to right. Clarion going from right to left. It's going to be Harris inside for the tip for the Vulcans. We are underway. Tip 1 by the Golden Eagles. Ball's in the hands of Smith. Smith dumps it down low inside to Haddad. Haddad's shot is able to get that one to go. First points of the game for her and the first points of the game for either team. The Golden Eagles, taking an early 2-0 lead here in the first quarter. Fink dumps it out wide here to Harrington. Gets it back to Fink. Fink cross-court pass to Smith. Smith back outside to Lloyd. Looking to reset. Hands it off to Smith once again. Inside to Harris. Harris gets it back out to Harrington. Harrington from 3. That one a little short. Fighting for the rebound, but it's going to be Smith able to pull that one in. Nice pass by Smith, able to find Haddad again, but great defense by Sierra Lloyd, able to get back there and swipe that one away. That will be, the ball will be still in Clarion's possession, but great job by Lloyd nonetheless to get back there and defend. It's going to be Bermudez underneath, hands it off to Haddad, back to Bermudez. Bermudez kicks it out to Brock. Brock with the crossover, hands it off to Smith. Smith working right inside, lose control, but nice hands by Harris, able to poke that one away. Vulcans in transition with Harrington with the mid-range pull-up jumper, gets that one to go. Just like that, things are all tied up at 2 here with 8:55 left to play in the first quarter. Vulcans playing a little bit of half-court press here, but they're able to break it. Ball's now in the hands of Box. Box gets it inside Haddad. Haddad spinning, nice find by to find Box. Great cut by her. And Clarion regained their lead 4-2 with 8:35 left here to play in the first quarter. Fink. Cross-court pass to Harrington once again. We've seen a lot of her so far in the offense. Fink gets it into the corner to Smith from 3. Smith's 3 no good. Rebounded by Box, so the Vulcans off to a little bit of a slow start here. 8:15 left here in the first. Nice drive by Box inside and a good find to find Haddad. Another basket for her and a 4-point lead now for the Golden Eagles. Fink gets it off to Lloyd. Lloyd calling the offense here, gets it off to Smith. Smith cross-court pass to Harrington. Harrington with a nice drive, decides to take the pull-up mid-range, can't get that one to go. Haddad gets the rebound and a nice cross-court pass, but great job by Harrington to get in the way of that, but a little bit unlucky. Gets that one off of her foot out of play, so the Golden Eagles will maintain possession. That's something totally similar that we've seen so far this season. The Vulcan offense 10th in the PSAC, averaging about 67.5 points per game, and their defense is 8th overall, giving up about 62.4. And Clarion has the 9th overall defense, giving up 65.4 points per game. So this Clarion defense has been fantastic this season, so we need to see the Vulcans try to get rid of that. It's going to be a jump ball called inside as Brock gets that one caught, and it's going to be the possession arrow favoring the Vulcans, so they'll get the possession back. Harrington. Trusted with bringing the offense up the court here. 7:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Smith gets it out to Harrington. Harrington dumps it inside to Harris. Harris, nice pass inside to find Fink. Fink in the post. The right shot off the glass, gets it to go. And Raja Fink able to get herself on the score sheet here for the Vulcans. Cuts the lead now down to 2 with 7:13 left to play. Good pressure by the Vulcans on this half-court trap, but the Golden Eagles able to clear it. Bermudez gets it out to Brock. Brock, nice pass inside to Haddad. Haddad's mid-range jumper. She was able to knock that one down once again. 6 points now here for her in this game. And 8-4 the Golden Eagles. Loy loses control of that one. 2-on-1 the other way. Brock, that pass a little bit too high for her. Gets it back out to Box. Box inside. Great block by Raja Fink. Able to deny Haddad. And the Vulcans going the other way on the transition. Nice pass inside. Harris with the shot. No good. And the Golden Eagles able to get the rebound. It's going to be Smith. Smith driving inside into the post, able to get it outside to Brock. Brock from 3. That one too strong, and Harris able to pull in the board. And Lloyd, rightly so, just telling her to slow things down here. 6:20 left to play in the first quarter. The Vulcans trailing by 4. Smith gets it inside to Fink. Fink with the mid-range jumper. That one off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Jada Smith, the reigning PSAC-WEST Defensive Athlete of the Week. So someone that the Vulcans have to keep an eye on. Bermudez deep from 3, that one too strong. Smith able to pull that one in, and Smith wants to go quickly going the other way. Smith inside, nice crossover move, gets it out to Harrington. Harrington working her way, nice step back move, but gets that one poked away from her. And who else but Smith, knocks that one away, but the Vulcans will maintain possession. Looks like Raja Fink going to go over and inbound this one for the Vulcans. Trying to cut into this lead. Able to find Harrington on the inbound pass, and Harrington able to knock down the mid-range jumper. Cuts the lead now down to 2. Second basket here for Hallie Harrington. 5:35 left to play here in the first quarter. Clarion doing a great job just holding the Vulcans at bay so far. It's going to be Brock. Dumps it off to Haddad. Haddad, nice pass, able to find Box. Box can't get the layup to go on the reverse. But great job by Smith to keep it alive. Smith, nice move to get herself into the paint. Finishes and the foul. So Jada Smith will go to the line to try to convert the 3-point play. We can take a look at that one once again on the replay.
Jada Smith at the line. One shot.
And a little bit. Smith at the line. Shooting 38% from the free throw line so far in the season. Able to knock that one down. Sends the lead to 5 now for the Golden Eagles with 5:08 left to play here in the first quarter. Harrington dumps it inside to Harris. Harris gets out to Lloyd. Cross-court pass to Harrington. Vulcan just playing this ring around the outside. Kick ball going to be called. That one gets tipped off a Clarion defender, and that'll lead us to our first media timeout. We can take a look at some highlights so far from the first couple of minutes here in this game. So we had a nice job by Fink, able to work her way inside and finish with that right hand off the glass. Then we hit Haddad, who just been on fire so far, is able to knock down that mid-range jumper with a little bit of help from the rim. I mean, here the Golden Eagles working inside. Nice pass, but a great job by Fink to get over and block that one away from Haddad once again. And on that inbound pass a few moments ago, Fink able to find Harrington, and Harrington able to knock that one down. And then the and one play, we just saw Smith able to get the offensive board and able to get her way towards the paint and able to finish with the contact by Harrington. We have a minute. We can take a look at the tail of the tape coming into today's game. The Vulcans offense averaging about 67.5 points per game compared to Clarion's 53.7, excuse me. Both teams shooting not relatively well, 38% for the Vulcans, 36% for the Golden Eagles, and 28% from three from the Vulcans and 29% for the Golden Eagles. Free throw percentage, the Vulcans a little bit better in that regard, 68.6% from the free throw line compared to Clarion 61.8. Rebounds per game, the Vulcans getting over 40 a game compared to Clarion's 36 rebounds per game. And so far, that's been the difference maker. Clarion done a great job on the offensive glass so far in this game and able to get themselves some second chance points that the Vulcans have not had the luxury of so far. But we've seen this offense go off to some slow starts here in the past and able to make up for it. Lloyd with the inbound pass. That one gets tipped away by Brock and into the hands of the Golden Eagles. It's another turnover forced by the Golden Eagles. This Vulcans team not prone to these turnovers too often. Pass inside to Haddad, able to get the shot to go with a roll. 8 points now for her, and 13 for the Golden Eagles. 4:30 left to play in the first quarter. Lloyd gets it over to Harrington. Lloyd decides to pull up from three. That one off the front of the rim, no good, but Fink able to get the offensive board. Fink working herself inside. Great job by Raja Fink, able to use her body and able to finish that one at the glass. Cuts into that lead once again. Golden Eagles now up by 5 with 4:05 left to play. Smith hands this off to Box. Box, nice crossover move, dumps it out inside to Haddad. Haddad shot blocked again, that time by Harris. Great move by Brock to get inside. That one blocked away again. So the Vulcans on the inside doing a great job at defending. Lloyd able to find Smith on the other side. Cross-court pass from Smith, but Harrington does a great job of keeping that alive. That one almost stolen away by Box. Fink in the post, dumps it inside to Harris. Harris shot no good. It gets her own rebound. Second chance, gets that one to go finally. And the Vulcans crack double digits with 3:20 left to play here in the first quarter. This will be the first basket of the game for Alicia Harris. And we now cut to 3 for the Golden Eagles. Box hands it off to Bermudez. Bermudez gets it outside to Box. Bermudez once again off to Brock. Brock working her way inside. Nice pass to Haddad. Haddad shot too strong, but Smith able to get the offensive board. The ball's now in the hands of Haddad again, who falls to the ground after getting fouled. Foul on the floor, so we'll go underneath the basket. That one's going to go against Alicia Harris, so that'll be her first. On team second of the quarter. It's going to be Bermudez to inbound, but a substitution made by the Golden Eagles. It's going to be Olivia Box going to the bench. Number 24, Allison Kirby, going to check into the game. Lloyd cleaning up a little bit of a mess on the floor. And get us underway once again. Bermudez to inbound, able to get it to Kirby. Kirby dumps it inside to Smith. Smith working against Fink, gets it back out to Kirby. Nice pump fake working way inside. It's going to be waved off once again. There's another foul is called. And once again, that's going to be on Alicia Harris. And push on the floor there. That'll be her second. With that, she's going to get substituted out. In the game will come number 3, Alicia Young. Be her first appearance of the game. Bermudez to inbound once again, able to get it to Smith. Smith dumping it inside, trying to find Kirby. That one too far out of the reach of her hands. Young able to find Smith. Lloyd decides to pull up from 3. Lloyd tried to get it to bank, can't get it to go. But Smith able to get the offensive board. Lloyd once again, nice crossover move. Able to find Smith. Smith working inside. Nice moves from Smith. Almost gets that one stripped from her. Able to find Harrington in the corner. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Smith driving inside. Gets that one poked away from her, out of play. So the Vulcans will have possession with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll need to get a shot off quickly here. Lloyd to inbound, able to get it to Fink. Fink working inside with the right hand, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kirby. 2:05 left to play here in the first quarter. Clarion with a 3-point lead over the Vulcans. Kirby inside. Backs out, hands it off to Smith. Smith guarded by Young. Gives it off to Bermudez. Bermudez takes the screen. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for her. Brock works her way inside. Nice little move from her, but that shot way off the mark. And Harrington able to scoop that one in. Harrington just slowing things down there. The Vulcans need a basket, haven't scored in a couple of minutes here. Young on the outside, gets it off to Smith. Now back out to Harrington. Harrington, nice pass to find Young. Young shot, no good. A little bit rushed off the bottom of the rim. And Smith able to pull that one in. 1:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Another foul on the floor called. This one going to go against the Golden Eagles. A charge called against Jada Smith. That'll be her first and the team's first. She didn't look too happy about that call. The substitution made by the Golden Eagles. Bermudez going to check out of the game for them, and in will come, I believe, number 11, Gloria Buende. Will make her first appearance of the game after she takes out all of her jewelry over there on the sideline. Like I said, coming into this game, the Vulcans have won 20 straight games against the Golden Eagles. The last loss coming in 2012. So the Golden Eagles up to a tough task. And great move by Fink, and one. Count as she's twisting and turning all throughout the paint. And able to knock that one down. Has the chance to tie it here at the line.
Foul number 24, Allison Kirby, her first.
And that foul will go against Kirby.
Rachel Fink at the line, one shot.
Fink on the season shooting 80% from the free throw line. Just like that, things are all tied here in the Combo Center. Just under a minute to play. Scores 13 all. Clarion looking to answer back, looking to take the lead once again. The Vulcans looking to take their first lead in quite a while. Box working inside, gets it out to Smith. Now Kirby hands it off to Smith once again. Smith with a free lane, dumps it outside to Buende. Buende with the mid-range jumper and knocks it down. And the Golden Eagles take the lead with 35 seconds left to play. About a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here at the end of the first quarter. The Vulcans will need to get one more shot off. Smith, pull up from three, and Smith knocks it down. Nothing but net right there. And the Vulcans have their first lead in almost 10 minutes as they have a 1-point lead now, 16-15. Shot clock is turned off here at the end of the quarter. It's going to be Brock on the far side. 5 seconds left. Kirby gets that one poked. Loses control of it. Going to fall to the ground and no shot. At the end of the first quarter, your score, California 16, Clarion 15. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
if you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center for the start of the second quarter between California and Clarion. While we have a minute, we can take a look at some team leaders so far on the season. Points per game, Fink and Lloyd both averaging 14.5 points per game. And Raja Fink as well, leading the team in rebounds, 10 rebounds per game for her. So she's averaging a double-double on the season. Sierra Lloyd leads the team in both assists and steals, 62 assists and 30 steals for her. And minutes per game, Hallie Harrington averaging almost 40 minutes a game. And for the Golden Eagles, Bermudez leading the team in scoring, followed by Smith leading in rebounding. Bermudez leads in assists, and Smith leads in both steals and minutes per game. So a lot of same players averaging the most points on most of the top of the stat categories for both teams. We get underway here once again as Kirby inside gets it back out to Smith. Well, it's now in the hands of Box. Box's pass a little bit too far out of the outstretched arms of Smith, out of play. Ends up in the second row. It's another turnover from Clarion as the Vulcans went on a little bit of a run to end that first quarter. And they needed it to get back into this game. Harrington gets it to Fink. Fink working way inside. Nice move by Fink with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Young down low can't get it to go either. And Smith finally able to corral that board in for the Golden Eagles. Smith hands this one off to Brock. Brock exchanges it back to Smith. Smith out to Box. Box able to find Buende. Buende inside. Nice pass along the baseline, but that one a little bit too far out of play. Trying to find Brock on that far side. That'll be another turnover as two substitutions are made for the Golden Eagles. Bermudez will check back into the game, as well as number 34, Jordan Lance will come into the game for the first time. Or excuse me, that'll be Haddad will check back into the game. 8 points already in this game for her. Young working inside. Young, that shot too short. Fink able to get the offensive board. Fink, nice job at just using her body. Can't get it to go, but gets her own rebound. And Fink trying to go up with it, but great job by Buende, able to just get a hold of that ball. That'll be a jump ball call, but the Vulcans will maintain possession. It's going to be Lloyd underneath the basket to inbound. Able to get it to Harrington. Harrington hands it off to Lloyd. Lloyd, nice little hesitation move, gets the space. That shot no good, but Smith right there for the board and the finish. I'm sure Sierra Lloyd will say that's a pass all the way as the Vulcans now with their biggest lead of the night with a 3-point lead, 8:30 left to play. It's for 18-15 as the Golden Eagles looking to take control into this game once again. It's going to be Brock. Able to get it to Buende. Buende cross-court pass to Bermudez. 8 seconds left on the shot clock as Brock with the ball once again. Going to get called for the travel. So 3 possessions in a row and 3 turnovers in a row for the Golden Eagles. And with that, Brock will go to the bench, and in will come Jada Smith once again. So the Vulcans defense really starting to settle down here. Like I said, both of these teams top 10 in the PSAC in average defense per game. So you expect a little bit of a sluggish battle. It's going to be Smith in the corner for 3. That one no good. And Kirby able to pull in the rebound. Kirby able to get it to Buende. Buende up to Smith. Smith, nice move on her left hand. Now gets it back out to Kirby. Kirby from 3. That one rings around the ring, no good. It's going to be Lloyd, cross-court pass to Harrington. Harrington in the corner for Smith. Smith getting double-teamed. That pass knocked out of play by Bermudez. So the Vulcans will maintain possession. Fink's going to come over right in front of the Clarion bench to inbound. Able to get it to Lloyd. 7:35 left here to play in the second quarter. Young at the free throw line before she's able to get it off. Doesn't get the dribble off and takes a couple steps. They're going to get called for the travel. And that'll turn the ball over back to the Golden Eagles with 7:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Bermudez in charge of the offense here, able to get it to Smith. Now to Kirby. Kirby trying to get towards the baseline, but Smith able to cover. Gets it back out to Buende. Buende with the mid-range jumper. That one no good. Young able to pull on the board. Now the Vulcans going the other way. Nice pass by Lloyd, able to find Harrington. Harrington able to find Fink. Fink from 3. That one too strong. 3-point shots, not really Raja Fink's strong suit, as that pass by Kirby towards Bermudez gets tipped out of play by Lloyd, and Lloyd almost ends up jumping over the scores table down on the near side. Almost takes out our SID's assistant George there down below. But everything seems to be in order. We'll get under play once again, just under 7 minutes left here in the combo center. Bermudez, guarded by Lloyd, gets out to Kirby. Kirby takes the screen, hands it off to Smith. Smith working inside. Smith shot with the left hand, no good. Harrington able to pull on the board. Harrington now. Gets out to Lloyd. And Lloyd just calling the offense here for the Vulcans. And that pass by Harrington trying to find Fink gets stolen away from Smith. And Fink inside, great block by Raja Fink once again. Just stuffs the face of Jada Smith underneath the basket. And sends that one out of play. Substitution made by the Golden Eagles. Olivia Boggs is going to come back into the game. She's going to get the inbound pass here as Bermudez. Now on the near side, gets it to Smith up top. Trying to find the man inside. Gets it out to Boggs once again. Working away, gets that one stolen away from Fink. Fink able to get it to Lloyd. A nice crossover by Lloyd to escape the pressure. Harrington deep from three. That one too strong. And Haddad able to pull on the board. With the Vulcans rushing this offense just a little bit and just need to slow things down. Get some high volume and nice look shots, and that time a little bit, we know Harrington can hit him from deep, but that one a little bit too far for that one. Nice pass, give and go. Smith able to finish off the glass. Cuts the lead now down to 1 for the Vulcans. Great give and go between her and Box. 5:35 left to play. Vulcans with a 1-point lead. That pass by Smith, stolen away, trying to find Young, and Smith was right there to steal it. Smith on Smith action. Too many Smiths. And Smith now inside. Shot's going to get waved off as she gets hit. And they want to argue that it was during the shooting motion. That one's going to go against Fink. That one's going to go against Lloyd, excuse me. That'll be her first. So they're going to inbound just underneath the basket. It's going to be Bermudez to inbound. It's out to Jada Smith. Nearly loses control, but be able to corral it and pull that one back in. Smith, nice little hesitation. Loses her dribble, gets it out to Box. Box from 3. That one too strong. Ends up all the way in the hands of Young near 3-point line. 3-on-3 the other way. Smith in the corner. Gets out to Lloyd. Lloyd with the extra pass inside to Fink. Fink loses control of it, but able to get it back. Her shot off the glass, no good. And finally, Kirby able to secure that one. Nervy shots on either end from both teams, and seem to slow things down as Bermudez with a nice crossover. Gets a little bit of space, and she's able to knock down that 3. Her first basket of the game, and another lead for the Golden Eagles. 4:35 left to play in the second quarter. 2-point lead off the back of the Bermudez 3. Lloyd working against the mismatch on Kirby. Able to get around Lloyd into the paint. Shot off the glass, no good. Jada Smith able to pull on the board. Smith hands this one off to Box. Now Bermudez. It's out to Haddad. Haddad with the moving mid-range shot. That one off the front of the rim, no good. And Lloyd able to pull on the rebound on the other end. Lloyd gets it to Smith. Smith pulls up from 3. That one off the mark. And Kirby able to get the board. Vulcan offense just looking a little bit stagnant here. A 3:45 left to play in the second quarter. Both teams have substitutions waiting at the scorer's table to come in. Haddad in the post, gets it out to Bermudez. Bermudez fakes the 3, working inside. Bermudez, shirker shot, no good. Able to get her on board. Second shot, no good. Fighting for the third chance. That one's going to come off of her out of play, so the Vulcans will get the ball back after the media timeout. We can take a look at some highlights from the last couple of minutes. This nice job by Haddad, able to find a little bit of space. We've seen her make that mid-range shot a couple of times in this game. And now we had Fink working inside and just using her body so well to just get a little bit of separation underneath the basket. And this time a great crossover move by Box to get inside and find Haddad once again. But that time, Smith able to come over, or Harris able to come over and block it. And then Harris on the other end able to finish the shot. A little bit of help. We had Fink inside with the and one play. She's able to just work so well in that post, has a plethora of post moves she's able to get to. And then once again, Smith with that jumper on the outside, able to get it to go. We had Smith for the Vulcans, able to knock down that three and give them the 1-point lead a couple moments ago. A shot by Lloyd, a little bit off the mark, but Smith right underneath the basket to pull that one in. And once again, Raja Fink with a couple blocks already tonight in this one. The best of the bunch is able to get back on time and just swat that one away from Jada Smith. And a great give and go. And Smith just able to get that shot over the smaller defender in Harrington. They're able to knock that one down. And then Bermudez a few moments ago able to drain that three deep on that far side. And that gets us to the game we're at now. 2-point lead for the Golden Eagles, 20-18 with 3:29 left to play here in the first half. Coming out of the timeout, Talia Gilliard for the Vulcans will check into the game for the first time. And Brock going to check back into the game once again for the Golden Eagles. Lloyd able to find Smith, able to dump it inside to Fink, and Fink finishes off the glass. Raja Fink able to tie things at 20. 9 points for her on the game already. Well on our way to another double-double. Brock looking for someone to be able to find Kirby on the outside. Kirby gets it to Bermudez. Now back to Brock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brock working. Nice crossover. That shot too strong. Gilliard able to pull on the board, and Talia Gilliard coming off a career-high 12 points. Led the entire Vulcans team in that 1-point win over Kutztown a few weeks ago. Smith inside, trying to dump it back out to Lloyd. Lloyd said that one was tipped out of play. The call in the court is that it's going to be Golden Eagle ball. Looks like Smith going to check out of the game for the Golden Eagles. Or going to come in to, going to go out to inbound the ball. Has something in her nose, maybe picked up a little bit of an injury, just making sure no blood spills out onto the court. 2:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Something to keep an eye out on for the rest of the game. Jada Smith for the Golden Eagles now has the ball, working her way inside, gets it out to Haddad. Haddad going to get called for the travel. She's trying to work her way inside. That'll be another turnover by the Golden Eagles. 2:11 left to play here in the first half. Both teams just trying to take a lead into halftime. Vulcans have the chance to strike first as Lloyd's pass, trying to find Harrington, gets tipped out of play by Box, almost saves it, but had her foot on the line. So the Vulcans will maintain possession. Lloyd a little bit sloppy on these passes. The last couple of possessions, seen her nearly give that away a few times. Lucky enough to keep that one in possession of the Vulcans. Harrington and Lloyd play a little bit 1-2. Trying to find Smith as Harrington gets that one stolen away. Jada Smith on the other end, working way inside. That shot at the front of the rim, no good. And Jordan Smith for the Vulcans knocks that one out of play, trying to secure the rebound. So the Golden Eagles will get 20 seconds on the shot clock, and they'll get the ball underneath the basket. It's going to be Chargé Brock coming over to inbound, but Clarion first will take a timeout. That'll stop the clock. 1:47 left to play here in the first half. And while we have a second, we take a look at the PSAC-WEST standings so far in this young season. IUP stands atop above everyone else. Undefeated on the season are the Crimson Hawks, 5-0 in conference, 10-0 overall. And falling behind them, two teams at 4-1, Edinburgh and Pitt Johnstown, 7-3 and 7-4 respectively overall. And then 4 teams at 3-2, so a big chunk in that middle of the pack. And Gannon, Slippery Rock Merciers, and California. And then at the bottom will be Seton Hill and Clarion, both sitting at 2-3. Clarion 2-8 overall in the season, so both wins came in conference play. Looking to get out of that last place hole in the conference. And strange to see the Vulcans sitting all the way down in 7th place coming into the season. The preseason polls from the coaches had them atop of the PSAC-WEST. trying to battle their way back there. It's going to be Smith on the inbound, working towards the left hand. Gets that one poked away, ends up in the hands of Gilliard. Vulcans quickly going the other way with Lloyd, but the Golden Eagles able to get back in numbers. Smith trying to steal that one away from Lloyd, but Lloyd, nice job, able to find Smith in the corner from 3. That one no good. And Brock able to pull on the board. Vulcans seem so close every time, but just can't seem to finish it at their end. Brock, nice spin move inside. The shot, however, off the mark, and Lloyd able to get the rebound. Coach Strom telling Sir Lloyd to run the offense here. Lloyd able to find Fink inside. Fink gets it to Gilliard. Gilliard from 3, and Talia Gilliard gives the Vulcans the lead with just under a minute to play in the first half. 3-point shot from her. And made 4 3-pointers. All 12 of her points came from behind the arc in that win over Kutztown. So we know what she's capable of from behind the arc. 39 seconds left for the Golden Eagles. Smith gets it out to Box. Box working inside, able to find Haddad. Haddad with the spin. Shot's not going to count because Haddad's going to get called for the travel. Now get possession back to the Vulcans. Shot clock will be turned off, so 27.6 seconds left for the Vulcans to play with here at the end of the first half. Looks like Harrington started to kind of just wind it down until about 10 seconds or so before they start to execute the play. Harrington takes the screen from Gilliard, tries to get it back to her, but Smith read it all the way. Harrington trying to get back to stop Smith. Smith able to knock it down. And with that, Harrington with the full court heave, that one too short. And that'll be the end of the first half here in the Convocation Center. Your score, California 23, Clarion 22. Take a quick break, and we'll be back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center for the start of the second half between California and Clarion. A scrappy first half, but the Vulcans emerge with a 1-point lead, 23-22 out of that first half. We can take a look at some first half stats. Coming into this one, out of the first half, Clarion shooting 10 for 29 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Made their only free throw, have 22 rebounds in the game. 7 offensive, 15 defensive for them. And leading them in scoring is Ava Haddad, who got off to a hot start but cooled off, especially in that second quarter. Leads the Golden Eagles with 8 points. Jada Smith with 7 points for them as well. And in rebounds, Jada Smith with 7 boards of her own, 6 defensive, 1 offensive. And Allison Kirby with 5 rebounds in their 10 minutes of play. And going to the Vulcans, 10 for 32 from the field, 2 for 12 from three-point land. So both teams not shooting particularly well from behind the arc. Both teams have made their only free throw as well. 19 rebounds in the game for the Vulcans. Leading them in scoring is Raja Fink with 9 points. Falling behind them be Jordan Smith with 5 and Hallie Harrington with 4 points. Harris and Fink both with 2 blocks in this game as well. And as we take a look at the highlights from the first half, talk a little bit about what we saw in that first half. Like I said, both teams near the top of the entirety of the PSAC in average points giving up per game. So doing exactly what they've done all season, which is play very good defense, and just that's how they've been able to. Both teams have been able to stay in this game. We've seen the Vulcans historically turn things on in the second half, especially in that third quarter. And so it'll be up to the Vulcans here to keep this 1-point lead that they have and grow upon it, and take another victory to start off the new year and move into 4-2 overall in the conference. That'd be huge to try to get back towards the top. Like I said, there's a big pack of teams in the middle, 2 at 4-1 and then 4 at 3-2. So every game is super, super important in that middle of the pack. Coming out of the huddles here to start the second half. Could be the Vulcans now going from right to left and the Golden Eagles going from left to right. It's going to be Smith to inbound the ball for the Golden Eagles. Her and Bermudez on the near side. We got things underway. We start the second half. Smith gets it to Box. Now it's Brock. Up top to Haddad. Haddad cross-court pass to Smith. Smith driving with her left hand, kicks out to Bermudez. Bermudez fakes the 3. Pull-up shot, no good. Alicia Harris able to pull on the board for the Vulcans. Lloyd on the other end gets it to Harrington. Harrington inside to Fink. Fink driving. Nice job by Fink. Going to get fouled on her way up, and will head to the line and shoot a pair. Fink with the chance to be the first double-digit scorer of the game. It's going to be Haddad's first foul of the game. It'll be the team's first foul of the third quarter. Fink at the line to shoot a pair. Knocks down the first one. That'll give her double digits on the day. 10 points for her. 24 for the Vulcans. They now have a 2-point lead. Fink to make it 3. Able to knock down the pair. And 3-point lead restored for the Vulcans. 9:25 left to play here in the third quarter. Smith gets it over to Brock. Brock calling for some help, hands it off to Box. Now Haddad. Haddad up top, gets it back to Box once again. Takes one dribble and shoots. That shot too short. Rebounded by Fink. Now the Vulcans going the other way. Lloyd gets it to Harrington. Now back out to Lloyd. Harrington thought about shooting but didn't take it. Lloyd gets it back to Harrington. Guarded by Smith. Dumps it inside to Fink. Fink going to work. Smith has to come over. Defender falls to the ground. Nice pass by Fink to find Harris inside. And Alicia Harris able to finish off the glass. Biggest lead of the day for the Vulcans. They're up by 5. 8:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Great pass there by Raja Fink to find Harris. It's going to be Bermudez now. Able to find Haddad. Nice pass by her. Haddad working in the post. Todd, that shot blocked once again by Harris. 3 blocks now in the game for her. She swats that one away from Haddad, trying to drive with the right hand. Smith, full cross-court pass to Harrington in the corner for 3. And that shot not even going to count as Harrington, her foot on the line, will go out of bounds. Will be a turnover. So substitution will be made for the Golden Eagles. Into the game will be number 3, Sierra Conley. Will be her first minutes of the game. Going to take out number 25, Ava Haddad. 8 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Golden Eagles looking to cut in this 5-point deficit they find themselves in. Brock gets it over to Conley. Conley from 3, that one no good. Smith able to pull in the offensive board. Smith once again able to find Bermudez. Bermudez, nice drive inside. No contact made by her, and that shot goes astray. Ends up in the hands of Lloyd. Lloyd gets it to Smith. Now back to Lloyd. Lloyd wide open in the corner for 3, and that one unable to go. Just hasn't been Sierra Lloyd day from the field. The Vulcans keep it alive. Sierra Lloyd again with that mid-range jumper, and finally able to make a shot. Commentators curse, but in the right way, as she was able to finally get herself on the score sheet. Didn't have the greatest of performances in that win over Kutztown a week or so ago. Still struggling from the field here, but finally able to make a shot. Sends the Vulcans lead to 7 now. As Conley with a spin move and able to finish that shot high off the glass. Something a little bit different than what we've seen so far from the Golden Eagles. Great post move by Conley. Able to finish. Cuts lead back down to 5. Lloyd in the corner, able to find Fink inside. Fink working towards her right hand. Nice pass inside to Harris, and Harris can't finish. Unfortunately, as Smith able to pull on the board and go the other way. Smith working into the paint. Great hands by Harrington. Just gets on top of that one and tries to strip it away. We go out of play off of Harrington, so the Golden Eagles will maintain possession of the ball. It's going to be Bermudez in the inbound. Able to get in and able to find Conley. Conley up top. Now driving with the right hand. Conley shot high off the glass, no good. But she is going to get fouled. This one's going to go against Harris again. So Conley will go to the line and shoot 2. That'll be the 3rd foul of the game for Harris. So potentially may see her come out of the game to try to avoid a 4th foul before the 4th quarter. Harris able to knock down the first one. Or Conley, able to knock down the first one. 28% free throw shooter on the season. So already improving those numbers. Misses the second one. And Harris able to pull in the board. So with 6:20 left to play, the Vulcans up by 4. Harrington to make it 7. That shot no good. And Smith once again able to pull in another rebound. It's going to be Brock on the near side. Working way into the paint. Great job by Fink to block, but got a little bit too much of the shooter there. Thought she was able to get that block. That'll be Fink's first foul of the game. The team's second. It's going to be Chargé Brock going to the line to shoot 2. Brock 7 for 12 on the season from the free throw line, 58% free throw shooter. Doesn't get the luck of the bounce on the first one. Still a 4-point game with 6:08 left to play. Brock now looking to make it 3. He's able to knock it down. That's her first point in the game. And cuts the Vulcan lead to 3 now. 6:05 left to play in the third quarter. Lloyd looking to extend the Vulcan lead. Nice in and out move by Lloyd with a tough mid-range shot. Doesn't get the bounce. And Smith able to secure the rebound once again. It's Brock. Brock with a spin. Looking for the angle. Can't get it to go. And Lloyd gets the rebound. 3-on-2 the other way. Lloyd going to get hit in transition. No whistle blown. Lloyd, nice pass inside to find Harris. And Harris able to finish at the rim once again. Great find by Sierra Lloyd. Gives the Vulcans a 5-point lead once again. And that's the great thing about Lloyd, as we see her turn the ball over from time to time, but we also see her provide moments of brilliance, and that pass right there was a moment of brilliance. As Bermudez inside, tough mid-range jumper, able to get that one to go over Smith. Cuts lead now back down to 3. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Lloyd. We get double team, gets it to Harrington. Harrington back to Lloyd. Able to find Harrington again in the corner for 3. Harrington finally able to knock it down. 7 points now on the afternoon for her, and a 6-point lead for the Vulcans with 4:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Fakes the hand up to Bermudez, but finally gets it back to her. Bermudez the hot hand. Gets out to box now. Smith, now Brock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dumps it down inside to Smith. Smith working against Lloyd. Loses a little bit of control of it, but only has 2 seconds. Needs to get a shot off. Smith. That shot going to not make contact with the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation. With that, there will be a media timeout. While we have a second, we can take a look at some highlights from the last couple of minutes. As the Vulcans went on a little bit of a run. Nice job by Fink. Able to dump that ball inside. Able to find Harris, and Harris able to finish that one. And then once again, we've seen another block in this game as Dodd working her way inside. And Harris just matches her muscle for muscle, blocks that one away. Third block of the game for her. And Lloyd, this was her first and only basket of the game so far. Tough mid-range jumper, but finally able to get one to go. They have a nice spin move. That time by Conley, able to finish high off the glass with the left hand. And that great pass we just saw as Lloyd able to dump it inside to Harris once again. And Harris got the body positioning all right, able to finish that one over Bermudez. And then Bermudez on the other end wasn't going to take that one too kindly, able to knock down the tough mid-range jumper. And that three-point shot we just saw as Harrington finally able to knock down a 3 from that far corner. Gets us to the point we're at now. 6-point lead for the Vulcans, 34-28, with 4:10 left to play here in the third quarter. And this is exactly the type of position that the Vulcans need to be in if they want to finish off this game. Coming into this game on a 3-game win streak, which would be their season high so far. With a win here today would make it 4. Have not lost a game at home yet this season, like I said. And they've won their last 12 here at the Convo Center. Haven't lost one since early last year where they lost to Gannon here. So 12 straight home wins for the Vulcans. And 20 straight wins over Clarion. Fink now, nice move inside with Raja Fink. Shot no good, but going to get hit on her way up. Go to the line. If she was able to finish that, that would have been one to add to the highlight reel. But nonetheless, Raja Fink will head to the line to shoot 2. Knocked down all of her free throws so far. Last foul is going to go against Bermudez. That'll be her first, the team's second of the quarter. Fink makes the first one. Fink to knock down the pair. It gets that one to go. 13 points now for her. Send the Vulcan lead even further. 8 points separate the Vulcans and the Golden Eagles here. 3:48 left to play in the third. Bermudez, guarded by Harrington. Switched on to Harris now. Gets it out to Smith. Smith able to find Brock on the far side. 9 on the shot clock. Brock takes a couple screens, gets it back to Smith. No time as she's trying to find Conley. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Need to get a shot off, and they don't. Another shot clock violation for the Golden Eagles, and the Vulcans doing a great job at not letting the Golden Eagles get these quick looks in the offense and forcing them into tough shots late at the shot clock, and that time they weren't even able to get a shot off. Lloyd in the corner fakes the 3. Nice no-look pass to find Fink inside. And Raja Fink once again able to knock it down. The Vulcans lead now extends to double digits. 10-point lead for them. 3:03 left to play here in the third. 15 points now for Raja Fink. Bermudez decides to pull up from 3. That one too strong. Harrington able to secure the rebound. The Vulcans have numbers going the other way, but Harrington slows things down. this Vulcan offense finally started to catch a little bit of fire here in this third quarter. Fink, once again, driving with the right hand, and Fink had the carpet, the red carpet straight to the basket, able to knock it down, and Clarion going to call a timeout. 12-point lead now for the Vulcans. Take a look. And while we have a second, take a look at some highlights. Once again, we had this nice no-look pass from Lloyd, able to find Fink inside, and Fink with a mid-range jumper is going to knock that down every single time. Once again, Fink with the right hand is just too powerful, just drives straight to the basket. No one there to contest and able to finish. And we have a minute, we can take a look at the PSAC-WEST women's standings. Once again, IUP alone at the top, very lonely up there. 5-0 in the conference, 10-0 overall on the season. Someone looking to knock down the Crimson Hawks for the first time. Two teams in second, tied at 4-1. That'll be the Fighting Scots and the Mountain Cats of Pitt Johnstown. 7-3 for Edinburgh, 7-4 for Pitt Johnstown, and then four teams at 3-2 in Gannon, Slippery Rock, Mercyhurst, and California. And then two teams at 2-3 in Seton Hill and Clarion. So like I said, every game after going on is super, super important as these standings are tight. And you can see, even with teams that have worse records, Gannon sitting at 11-2, but both of those losses have come in conference, so that knocks them down the standings a little bit compared to Edinburgh, who already have 3 losses, and Pitt Johnstown, who already have 4. So a win here for the Vulcans would prove very, very important for their charge towards the top of the PSAC-WEST standings. Like I said a little bit earlier on, it's strange to see the Vulcans down this low. Coming into the season, all the coaches predicted them to be first in the PSAC-WEST after a dominant regular season last year, and expected a repeat after a couple of injuries and not the greatest performance of play so far in the season. The Vulcans already have 2 losses off their entire total from last year, so time to make up for that here. Smith up top, gets it into the corner to Buende, who checked into the game. Buende gets it out to Bermudez from 3. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Gonna fight for the rebound. Gonna end up in a blown whistle call. That time a foul. Gonna go against the Golden Eagles. That one's gonna go against Sierra Conley. That'll be the team's first. She's gonna check out of the game. And then Allison Kirby, the junior from Monica, Pennsylvania, is going to check back into the game once again. Vulcans with a 12-point lead. Just over 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Lloyd. Nice spin move. Fakes the taking the screen. The shot high off the glass, no good. Harris able to get the board. Keeps the possession alive for the Vulcans. Harrington hands it off to Fink. Fink driving once again, and Fink once again works their way inside. Great hands by Kirby, and may have gotten tip on that one to force the shot to not go in from Fink. The ball's going to end up going off of Fink out of play. So the Golden Eagles catch a break there. And they'll get the possession back. Need to cut into this deficit. Only down by 1 at halftime, but have been held to only 6 points here in the third quarter. The pass from Buende nearly goes out of play, but Smith able to save it. Kirby inside now. Takes a long jumper. That one just a little bit too short. But the last time these two teams faced off was in February this year, or January this year, excuse me, when the Vulcans were able to win. Vulcans gave up 0 points in the second quarter, so they're putting on a very similar defensive display here as Harris with a nice turnaround jumper, able to knock it down. And the bench getting really excited about that one. Great move by her, just spinning around and able to knock down the tough shot. 14-point lead for the Vulcans now, and they're cruising. Kirby driving inside. That shot from tough. Fink able to secure the board. The Vulcans have numbers the other way as Kirby is still down. Lloyd behind the back pass, trying to find Harris, and Harris somehow ends up with it after all and able to get it to go. Double-digit points for her. And the Vulcans just getting the luck of the draw right now. The bounce is going their way as that pass went straight into the hands of Box, but Box couldn't keep it under control. A 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here as Bermudez works her way inside. Tough shot, able to knock it down.
2 points.
10 seconds left here in the third. 5 seconds. Lloyd pulls up deep from 3. Lloyd's shot off the mark, no good. Fink gets the board, goes for the 3-point shot.
End of the third quarter. The
And that will
score,
be no good. That'll be the end of the third here in the Combo Center. Your score, California 44, Clarion 30. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the Convocation Center. Take a look at some third quarter highlights. While we have a second, we can talk about a couple of stats so far from this game. The Vulcans nearly doubling their point total in that third quarter alone, at 23 in the first half, able to get 21 in that third quarter compared to Clarion's 8. So this Vulcan offense has really come to life in the second half. So they're a tough finish by Bermudez at the rim. May have gotten touched on the way up, but no call was made. At this point, the Vulcans, it's their game to lose. Clarion making a plethora of substitutions. Brought in the entirety different team out onto the court. Fink going to inbound for the Vulcans. It's going to be Gatesman and Ansel defending on the near side. It's a fresh 5 for the Golden Eagles on the court. Lloyd driving in. Basket's going to be waved off. And that foul is going to be against number 22, Heather Ansel. That'll be her first and the team's first. Number 5, Alyssa McLellan guarding the inbound pass. Vulcan's able to get that one in. Lloyd working against Ansel. Able to get it inside. Lloyd with the right hand, can't get it to go. And the Golden Eagles able to secure the rebound. It's going to be Ansel out here running the offense. Pass that one over to Gatesman. And it was Matricia. And that pass out of play. Going to get tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Vulcan ball. That one comes off of the hands of Ansel out of play. Great job by Harrington, able to cause a little bit of problems over there on that far side. Lloyd has the double screen up top, decides not to take it. Nice pass to find Harrington in the corner for 3. Harrington's shot too strong. Gonna end up rebounded by Conley. Foul's going to be called on the floor.
Her second, team second.
That foul is going to go against 22 Ansel again. That'll be her second and the team second. Nice pass by Lloyd, able to find Fink, and Fink able to knock it down once again. 17 on the afternoon for her. It's going to be Gatesman. Able to find Haddad. Haddad working in the post. Great job by Harris again. Almost got the block, but it looks like got a little bit too much contact that time on Haddad. And so Ava Haddad will go to the line for the first time.
Alicia Harris, her third.
That'll be Harris's third foul.
Ava Haddad at the line, 2 shots.
Nearly thought she was able to get another block in this game. Haddad able to make the first, looking to get to double digits in this game if she's able to make the second one. That one off the mark, no good. Lead 15 now for the Vulcans. 8:45 left to play here in regulation time. Clarion one back in this game and need to make quite a comeback. It needs to start now. The Vulcans nearly lose possession, but able to get it back. Nice pass by Lloyd, able to find Fink inside, and Fink, just great body control, gets fouled on her way up, and Raja Fink will go to the line and shoot 2 once again. Has the chance to get 20 points in this game.
Raja Fink at the line, 2 shots.
She's able to make one of these free throws. Leading the team in scoring, coming in this game tied with Lloyd. And so far has overtaken her as she's unable to knock down the first one. First free throw she's missed so far in this game. 5 for 5 come before that one. We'll call her 6 for 7 and she's able to knock down the second. 20 points for her and 47 for the Vulcans. The Vulcans are flying here. In the combo center, it's going to be McClellan on this near side. Able to get it to Gatesman. Gatesman gets that one poked away on the exchange back to McClellan. McClellan trying to take the screen. Passes over on the far side to Matricia. Matricia working inside. 7 seconds left on the shot clock for the Golden Eagles. Trying to find McClellan. McClellan with the awkward jumper. That one way too short. Nice pass by Lloyd, but Smith can't finish on the other end. Well, that would have been a highlight we've seen for the rest of the season. As that pass tipped away from Fink and the Vulcans. 5-on-4 the other way, and Lloyd just slowing things down. But what a great pass on the other end, but Smith just unable to finish at the rim. Fink now spins, runs into a wall. And doesn't get the contact that she wanted. Going to get called for the travel. As Clarion finally wising up a little bit. I've seen Fink a lot spin towards that right hand, favoring that right side, and finally send another body her way to try to prevent her from doing so. It's Meek Gatesman. Gets it out to McClellan. Back to Gatesman. 15 on the shot clock. Haddad gets it out to Ansel. Ansel from 3. And that one in a different zip code as that one goes out of play. Bench unit for Clarion so far not been at their best in the fourth quarter. Still have 7 minutes to make up for that. 16-point lead for the Vulcans. We just cross over at the 7-minute mark left to play in regulation. Lloyd wide open in the corner for 3. Thought she got the contact. No call was made. A foul on the floor. So there was a fight for the rebound. And that foul is going to go against Raja Fink. Looks like she kind of pulled down Haddad, trying to pull in that rebound. That'll be her second, the team's second. So Fink on 2, Harris on 3 fouls for the Vulcans. With 6:45 left to play. This will be Ansel. Matricia now outside to Gatesman. Nearly gets that one poked away. Matricia now working inside, loses the handle of it, but it's going to come off a Vulcan player out of play. Gatesman going to go over to inbound for the Golden Eagles. It looks like a few more members of the Golden Eagles heading towards the score bench to come back in. A few more familiar faces for going to check out of the game. And it's going to be Bermudez Smith, Buende, and Box all back into the game for the Golden Eagles. Nice pass inside to find Haddad, and just like that, Box able
2 points.
Able to contribute right away. She's able to have a nice pass inside to find Box, or find Haddad, excuse me. Double-digit points for Ava Haddad in this game. Leads all Golden Eagles with 11. Cross-court pass from Lloyd, able to find Smith in the corner for 3. That one no good. Smith gets the board. 3-on-3 the other way, so Jordan Smith, or Jada Smith, excuse me, slowing things down. Able to find Box from 3. That shot up the front of the rim, no good. That ball's going to get tipped out of play. Lead by Buende, so the Vulcans will maintain possession. Just under 6 minutes left to play here in the Convocation Center. Vulcans with a 14-point lead. Trying to nurse it and see things off here at the end of this game. Lloyd inside to Harris. Harris tries to spin. And he called for the travel. She took one too many steps before laying the dribble down. Another turnover for the Vulcans. I'll give the ball back to the Golden Eagles. Still plenty of time left for them to try to make a comeback in this game if they so choose. Need to knock down some shots. Bermudez inside, loses handle. There's a fight for it on the ground. Jump ball called. And it was Haddad and Harris down on the ground trying to fight for it. Possession arrow will favor the Golden Eagles this time, so they'll get the ball back. Well, we'll only have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bermudez to inbound. Able to get it into Buende. Buende, nice pass inside, trying to find the cutting box, but Vulcan tipped it on its way through out of play. So another inbound underneath the basket. Only 10 seconds left on the shot clock now for the Golden Eagles. Bermudez trying to hand it back off. A tussle for it as Smith and Haddad got tangled up on after that inbound pass. And Smith, that'll be a foul for her. That'll be her first, or her second, excuse me. That'll be the team's third. And that'll give Clarion now 20 seconds on the shot clock compared to the 10 they had. Trying to inbound it again into Haddad. It's going to come off of a Vulcan leg out of play. So Bermudez just practicing her inbound passing here. 4 in a row. Finally able to get it in to Smith. Bermudez now on this near side. Trying to spin inside, gets it out to Buende. Now box on the far side from 3, no good. You hear some chatter from the Clarion bench thinking that was an over-the-back foul, but no whistle made, but it does come off a Vulcan player, so another Clarion possession where they need to inbound. Bermudez trying to find Haddad again, but Smith kicks that one away. Kick ball violation called. So they're going to switch. They're going to make a switch. Buende going to come in, or going to go over to inbound. But Clarion going to call a timeout with 5:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter. While we have a second to take a look at some highlights from the last couple of minutes. And a nice pass there by Lloyd. The no-look pass to Fink, and Fink able to finish with the left hand. And we had a great pass by Box, able to find Haddad inside, and Haddad able to knock down that shot. Let me take a second. We have a look at the upcoming schedule here for the women's basketball. This Saturday, facing off against the Rock of Slippery Rock, who are having a fantastic start to their season. The next Wednesday, here at home, we'll take on the Fighting Scots of Edinburgh. And the next weekend, they'll travel up to Erie to face off against the Gannon Golden Knights before hosting Mercer's Lakers on the 18th, and then 2 away games in a row. Saturday, January 21st, up to the PSAC leading IUP Crimson Hawks, and then that Monday up to Seton Hill to face off the Griffins, who are having a fantastic season as well. So a tough stretch of games here for the Vulcans coming up, and that makes this one here even more important. Able to get a win in this game is so good for the mental of the Vulcans. They want to try to extend this winning streak into the heart of those conference matchups coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Pretty much every one of those games will be covered here on CUTV and CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC network. Back underway here is Bermudez able to get this one in. Smith now at the top of the key, working, driving with the left hand. That one, I believe, gets blocked away once again. Fink able to come down with it. That one either got blocked by Fink or came off the side of the rim. Either way, Vulcans won't mind. Harrington inside nearly gets into a tangle with Buende. Buende pressuring Harrington, forces her to pass this one off to Smith. Smith back up top to Lloyd. Lloyd in the corner to Fink. Fink driving, but just loses control as she runs into 3 Golden Eagles players, and that ball is going to end up out of play. Another turnover for the Vulcans, and after a great third quarter, just a little bit stagnant here in this fourth quarter. Only 3 points to call for from them, and the 5:40 played so far. 4:15 left to play. It's pass inside to Bermudez. Able to get under control. Misses the first. And the ball is going to get tipped out of play on the second attempt. So the Golden Eagles once again will inbound the ball. It's going to be Bermudez underneath the basket. Another time. Discussion amongst the referees about who knows what. But I'm going to go over to the scores table to confirm. I believe they're trying to see what the shot clock number will be. Seems like everything's in order. Bermudez to inbound, able to get it in Haddad. Back to Bermudez. Bermudez driving baseline, gets that one stripped away from her by Smith. Great defensive work by Smith and Harris linking up. Nice pass by Lloyd to find Smith, but Smith couldn't get the dribble down in time. Going to get called for the travel. And so Vulcans on back-to-back possessions will turn the ball over. Some of the fans down on the near side not too happy about that one. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. The Vulcans still with a 14-point lead. Jada Smith gets it out to Buende. Buende driving, kicks back out to Bermudez. Bermudez working way inside. That one gets it to go, plus the foul. Tough shot by Sierra Bermudez, but able to finish with the right hand. Cuts the lead to 12. Can make it 11. Was able to knock down this free throw. That foul's going to go against Smith. That'll be her third. Bermudez second free throw too strong. 9 points on the afternoon for her. 35 for the Golden Eagles. 12-point deficit they find themselves in here against the Vulcans. Under 3:30 left to play. Fink driving, runs into 3 or 4 members, kicks it back out to Harrington. Harrington able to find Harris inside. Harris, one more pass to Fink. Fink's shot, able to knock it down. Great ball movement by the Vulcans there. Extra pass by Harris is the difference. 22 now for Raja Fink. Bermudez pulling up deep from 3 and able to knock that one down. 11-point game now. So Vulcans need to be careful here. Just under 3 minutes left to play. It's going to be 12 points on the afternoon for Bermudez. Lloyd gets it into Smith. Smith gets that one stolen away from Smith. Jada Smith going the other way, slowing things down. Decides to take the mid-range jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Smith. Lloyd crossing the timeline with 2:30 left to play here in the fourth. Vulcans need to be careful. Fink gets it to Harrington. Harrington once again steps out of bounds after he receives that pass from Frank. Another turnover by the Vulcans. So 4 turnovers in the last 5 offensive possessions for California. Just kept Clarion in this game. Only a few threes needed. And they'll find themselves right back into this one. So the Vulcans need to be wary of Bermudez, as she is the hot hand so far. Hands this one off to Kirby, who just checked into the game. Kirby gets it off to Buende, or Smith, excuse me. Smith driving in, finishes with the left hand. The Vulcan lead cut down to single digits, now 9 points with just over two to play. Harrington in a little bit of trouble. Luckily, gets fouled. Thought maybe Jada Smith able to knock that one away, but Harrington gonna get caught. That'll be Smith's first and the team's fourth. So both teams on 4s. Next foul for either team, one up in the bonus. Fink to inbound just in front of the Vulcan bench. Able to get it to Harrington. Harrington gets it to Lloyd. Lloyd just looking to wind down a little bit more clock here at the end of the game. Trying to find Harris, and that pass gets stolen away. But the Vulcans somehow end up with it back. Ball was in the hands of Harris. Waiting for the official call from the referee as it ended up out of play. And the Vulcans are going to get the favorable call as it's going to come off of a Golden Eagle player out of bounds. And with that, California are going to call a timeout with 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. And try to talk things over as these last couple minutes for California have been a bit scrambled They just haven't been able to keep their footing. We can take a look at some highlights. On this drive, we had Smith working in, and Fink, I believe, got a little bit piece of that. Smith unable to finish, and a great pass by Harris to find Fink inside. Major Fink able to knock it down once again with that right hand. And the basket we just saw as Smith driving inside, and so good going towards her left, able to finish. And so far in this game, Rachel Fink, 22 points on the afternoon for her. Not only leading all Vulcans, but leading all scorers. Leading all scorers now for the Golden Eagles will be Sierra Bermudez, who had a quiet first half, but has really been able to knock down a few shots here in the second half to make this game a lot closer than what it seemed like. 15, 16-point lead for the Vulcans at one point. It seemed like the game was pretty much over, but after a few sloppy offensive possessions and a sloppy entire third quarter, the Vulcans are really, really struggling here. Only scored 5 points here in the fourth. So the offense, which was there in that third quarter, has not been here in the fourth. It's going to be Harrington to inbound for the Vulcans, just in front of their own bench. Harrington nearly gets that one stolen away, trying to find Lloyd, and gets poked out of bounds by Box. Harrington able to get it to Lloyd. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for the Vulcans. Gets it to Harrington in the corner. Harrington working around, going to get called for the double dribble. So another turnover for the Vulcans. And that'll give Clarion some time here. 136, only down by 9. Smith gets it to Bermudez. Bermudez from 3, able to knock it down. Nothing but net from Sierra Bermudez. The Vulcan lead now 6, and Clarion upping the tempo here. Half-court press. Going to get fouled on this near side. That time it's going to go against Smith again. That'll be her third. The team's 5th, so Sierra Lloyd will go to the line and shoot 2. And has the opportunity to try and ice the game here. She's able to make these free throws. Has not been on her game tonight so far, has Sierra Lloyd. Not able to knock down the first. Lloyd for the second, able to get that one to go. The Vulcans able to crack 50 here. 7-point lead with 1:15 left to play. Smith working her way inside. That one no good. Harrington able to get the rebound. No whistles made as there was a little bit of contact. The Vulcans able to keep this one alive. Dangerous pass by Lloyd, able to find Bermudez. It looks like, or able to find Harris, excuse me, but Bermudez going to get called on the foul. She was a little bit too close. Was holding on to Harris there, so Alicia Harris will go to the line and shoot 2. Referee blowing the whistle here, forcing the Clarion player into the box. Harris's first free throw way too strong. Isn't able to get it to go on the season. Shooting 14 for 32, 43% from the free throw line coming into this game. Misses the pair. Had the opportunity to extend that lead. Just under a minute now here for Clarion. Bermudez gets it inside to Smith. Smith working. Gets that one stripped out of the hands by Harris. Great job, but Lloyd nearly loses the handle of it. Able to get it to Harrington. Back to Lloyd. And Lloyd just running around, trying to get away from the Golden Eagles. Fink, Smith in the corner. Clarion calling the foul, and finally they do so.
Foul number 23, Olivia Brooks.
That one's going to go against Box. That'll be her first. Now spend Jordan Smith to the line. But great job by Harris, able to just strip that one away from Smith as she was driving in. And great awareness by Lloyd, just running away from the Golden Eagles defenders. And the Vulcans cannot hit a free throw here down the stretch. Smith misses the first. misses the pair, so both Vulcans miss both of their free throws. Luckily, Fink able to pull, or excuse me, Smith, third time this round, that was Harris, able to get the offensive board. So she's going to go back to the line. She missed 2 previously, and then Smith missed 2. So Harris has a chance to redeem herself here to knock down these free throws. And Harris finally able to get one to go. Harris to make it a 9-point lead for the Vulcans. Cannot do so. That one too strong. And timeout called. As Blende is able to pull in the rebound. That'll stop the clock with 32.5 seconds left. Clarion down by 8. So need to make a 3 quickly here and either foul on the inbound or try to prevent the Vulcans from inbounding. This last couple minutes have, and the reason this game is so close has just been down to Vulcan mistakes forced by great defense from Clarion. 4, 5, 6 possessions in a row down that stretch in the fourth quarter. Vulcans turning the ball over, not getting good shots off, and not getting points on the board. It didn't help as well as they weren't able to knock down any of their free throws. So this game a lot closer than what you would have expected coming out of that third quarter. Out of that third quarter, the Vulcans had a heck of a lead, 7, 15, 16, 17 points at times during that quarter, and it's back to 8, but it was even closer a few moments ago. So California need to be strong here to finish this game out. And Clarion, who, like I said, have not won a game against California since 2012, and have not won a game here in California since the 90s. Putting up a tough fight here against the Vulcans. The Smith going to inbound for the Golden Eagles on the far side, just in front of the bench. Able to get into Kirby, who hands it right back to Smith. Smith working inside, gets it to Kirby. Need to get a shot up. Bermudez from 3. That one blocked. Sierra Lloyd able to get a piece of that one on its way up. Great job by her to recover and get a hand on that shot. And Fink going to get the rebound and will be fouled. That'll be Smith's 4th, and Raja Fink will go to the line and shoot 2 and try to get the lead back to double digits for the Vulcans. Fink able to make the first. 23 for her so far in this game. What a phenomenal game so far by Raja Fink. One of the standout players from this Vulcans team this year. She's able to knock down the pair. 10-point lead restored for the Vulcans. 22 seconds left in the game. Shot clock turned off. Smith working inside. That shot no good. Smith able to pull on the board, and the Vulcans just wasting all the time off the clock here. Lloyd crosses the half court. Just going to let the clock wind down to 0. And a tough fought game by the Golden Eagles, with the Vulcans emerge victorious, starting the new year off in a winning way. Your final score, California 53, Clarion 43. My name is John Sabe. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the coverage between the men's game between California and Clarion here on CTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.